Hello everybody, I'm Nick Angel, the proud principal of Dwight E. Beach Middle School in Chelsea, about 15 minutes west of Ann Arbor. I'm also the MAMSPA Region 2 president and also a doctoral student who is writing his dissertation currently surrounding best ways to support teachers and improving job satisfaction around non-compensation variables. So today I'm going to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, and that is relationships. Education is a relationship business and something that I'm passionate about, and something that as a new or aspiring administrator I wanted to make sure that you were able to hear a couple of ideas from me on. I'm going to talk very briefly about my entry plan on how I was able to develop relationships in my first administrative experience, and then a little bit about building relationships, sustaining relationships, and leveraging relationships. I was lucky enough to be hired on 10 years ago as the new middle school principal in Chelsea after serving as the assistant principal at Chelsea High School for 3 years. And I had always heard about your 90-day entry plan, and that was something that I wanted to be a living and breathing thing. So I actually set up a communication and relationship plan where I did a coffee with a principal. So for the entire months of June, July, and August, I met with every single staff member in my building, which was 65, to include paraprofessional staff, custodial staff, office staff, food service staff, all of my teachers and my itinerant and support staff, to sit down and just have conversations about what made the building such a great place, to hear for themes surrounding areas that we could improve on, but most importantly, to put forth the idea that I was the consummate listener and learner. I was a younger administrator, and I really wanted the staff to know that I was there to listen, to learn, and to ultimately help make the building a better place. So we sat down, had all kinds of wonderful conversations, like I said, 65 to be exact. It was a lot of cup of coffees, and came up with a couple reoccurring themes that I wanted to share with you. And that is, when you're coming new into a position, don't rock the boat. Be the listener. Don't make drastic or immediate changes. Don't spend too much time with your rookies and your veterans. Kind of look for that sweet spot, and then make sure you get out of the office. The earliest and easiest way to develop relationships is to invest in those relationships, to spend time scheduling out times walking around the building, into classes, to make yourself available, because ultimately the best conversations that you have are ones that are happening outside of your office. It's really important to cultivate and to build those relationships. So we were really fortunate that my building was already a well-established team, so I was able to come in and just kind of fine-tune and add my stamp onto the building. So we put together all kinds of fun social activities, quarterly social activities for our staff. We kept a checklist, which was a touch-in checklist in my office to make sure that we were touching base with all of our staff in the building, and then also to make sure that staff saw that I was just as willing to participate in their duties as I'd want them to be in mine. So I would sub, cover classes, wipe tables, do lunch and recess duty. Just participate in any way that I could so that staff would know that we're on the same playing field. That is not only developing relationships, but it's investing and cultivating those relationships. I like to say it's feeding the beast, to empower your staff and to get out of the way. I feel strongly that your job as a school administrator, especially as a new school administrator, is to remove barriers and burdens for your staff. Lastly, leveraging relationships. So what does your staff expect from you? What resources do they need? How are they going to be impacted by decisions that are being made for them or with them? And then why is this important to them? So leveraging relationships is all about teacher collective efficacy and making staff feel that they are part of the decision-making process. It can't be lip service. It has to be a living, breathing thing within your building. After 10 years, I'd say the building runs better when I'm not there, because we have a building that's entirely littered with teacher leadership. To conclude, I just wanted to highlight once again that relationships are the lifeblood of a building, that if you take care of your people, they'll take care of your students, which is the most important job that we have. And then lastly, to remember again, relationships means removing barriers, burdens, and roadblocks for your staff. Thank you once again, Nick Angel, proud principal of Dwight E. Beach Middle School. Thank you for serving the students and staff here in Michigan.